Welcome back to Cape Media News. I'm Emily Tullock. For today's show, we have Anna, Stacy, and Meryl from Cordial Artist and Gallery Space here to talk about an exciting new program they've created called Growing into Art. How are you doing today?
We're good, thanks, Emily. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So before we get into it, anybody who's not familiar with the Cordial Eye, can you just give us a brief rundown of your mission and your vision for the organization?
Yeah, so the Cordial Eye is an alternative space for artists that utilizes the arts as a meeting point for community building, community care.
Mm-hmm. And so recently, your organization was accepted into a Community Thrives grant program. So can you tell us a little bit more about that and the experience and how that whole process was?
That was, it was kind of a last minute thing, honestly. We saw the Cape Cod Times had posted a Facebook post about this grant opportunity. So we checked that out and saw that it was due in a week. So we really quickly put together this idea that we had already been talking about and working on. We put it into a proposal and we got it into them and we were accepted, which was just so exciting. The program focuses on organizations that want to do some community building, and they really want organizations that are going to be supporting marginalized people in their own communities. And we just thought this fit so perfectly into these projects that we were already working on.
So with the funds that you are receiving from the grant, you'll be using it toward your newest program called Growing into Art. So can you tell us what the scholarship and mentorship program is, why it was important for you to create, and also where can our viewers find out more information?
Yeah, so the Cordial Eye recognizes that museums aren't neutral in regards to upholding forms of oppression. We're cultural creators, right? So we see it as our role to start influencing the culture on the Cape towards being more inclusive and actively bringing in students who are marginalized, whether that's students who are financially insecure or students who are part of the LGBT or students of color. Mm-hmm. And so with this Growing into Art program, we want to actively seek and name students from marginalized groups to connect them to professional artists in our community so that, you know, oftentimes our students will go off Cape, they'll go to Boston, New York, wherever to study, and we want them to have a comfortable home to come home to. So that's the idea with the Grow into Art mentorship. And the scholarship that we started is the Fern Cunningham Memorial Scholarship. Fern Cunningham was an incredible artist in Boston, a sculpture artist and an art educator. And she really, with all of her work, strove to show people of color in an amazing, powerful, empowered, permanent way with her bronze sculptures. So if you're not familiar with her work, she did the Harriet Tubman statue and several others in the city of Boston.
If there are children out there who are interested in this program, are you still accepting new participants, and where can they find out more information on that?
Once we find how much funding we get, we're applying to this grant and several others. We'll be able to determine how many students can participate, and then we'll unveil our application process. So we're not quite on that page yet.
In the meantime, though, we do have a variety of support groups and artist groups and all sorts of resources that people can participate until the program starts. We've really always been so much more than just a gallery. We've really been a meeting place and a place where people can get social support from peers, and everyone is welcome to check out our groups and our offerings until the program starts.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us today, and we wish you the best of luck with your newest program.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
For Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tullock.